Hi everyone, I'm here to show you a journal that I finally completed. And the reason I say finally is because I know I worked on this more than probably a year and a half ago. I had gotten the pages pretty much decorated and other projects kind of bumped it out of the way, but I am finally finished with it and I am just so thrilled. The push of finishing it today was I'm giving it to a friend that I've just knew I was going to run into tonight at a barbecue. And before I do that, I wanted to do a video and just show you how beautiful it turned out. It is a 5 signature journal I made out of file folders and then decoupaged it with, looks like sewing pattern paper. And of course stained it up, and it is so chunky. It is so fat. I love it. I love how fat it is. I probably should have made the cover a little bigger for it, or maybe I should learn how to take some of the stuff out of here, but I can't. Once it goes in, I feel like it belongs there. So it is just so fun. I have the front image here 3 layers high. I don't know if you can see that, but I popped it up with with that foam tape, and got some fun little fibers around the flower. I just needed a little bling bling, and I am just so happy with it, just so pleased. Alright, so with this closure, I have just a little seam binding here, and inside is super loaded and with lots of detail. I had so much fun. The insides, I stitched the digital download onto a piece of packing paper. I have, oh my gosh, a plethora of this packing paper. It's super thin, and I love playing with this, whether it's for those rough edges underneath in here. I also like to print on this. It just gives it a different effect. And anywho, that is what I've done here. I'm just going to go through this journal and show you what I have done. This is part of the digital download that I got from Calico Collage. It's the Gypsy Cowgirl, and I believe the horse was actually a second part, but the main signatures and all the little funny ephemera is from one of her kits, and the little extra is the horses. I'll point those out as I go along. And this is the ephemera from a different person here, and here is also from the Calico Collage. I love playing with the images, so I don't just print them out just the way the people design them. I like to manipulate the size. I like to cut out little pieces of the images out, like this piece here. I turned it into like a little cabinet card. Let's see if that's going to focus. Maybe it's not going to focus. Maybe I need to do it like this. There. That's better. So I turned that into a little cabinet card, and that is actually just one of the images that was on the signatures. And I have also, with the scrap papers, I've turned them into tags here. I'm sorry, I'm going to be just all over the place because I am truly excited about this journal. So I turned these were scrap pieces of paper that I used from the digital download, and just turned it into cute little tags and put this charm with this little dangly thing. It just looked like it needed it. It fit perfectly with this theme. Also, what was I talking about? I was talking about these little tags that I've made. made the little tags and then stamped, I think it was a Tim Holtz thing, but why not use your downloads so you can have all these fun little ephemeras that will match with the journal that you're making with those downloads. So it really makes it so you can, I don't know, get the most out of your downloads that you have purchased. Okay, back to the journal. Okay, I don't know if you can see. This is a little bit shiny. I have some glitter paint, and it's just acrylic paint that I did put it in different places throughout this book. Here is another piece that I popped out. So I printed mini copies so I could cut out little pieces and make it so they were more layered. I love the layered effect. And here's some more sparkly paint on that little rose there. Oh, you know what? I better put this in because I am going to be visiting with this gal today, like in an hour. So I better put things where they belong. Here I made a little pop-up. So once again, I printed off a couple of images. So here is the original flat piece, and then I printed it on a piece of cardstock and made it into a pocket because it belonged there. It was just so pretty. The reason I blew these up, so let me show you what the original sheet looks like. When you purchase this, this is what it looks like, and all I did was manipulate the size on my printing window, and I think I turned it to 128% to get this size. And it is a little digitized. I don't know if you can see that, but not enough to make it so it's uncomfortable to look at. The reason I did this, the reason wasn't a thought had come through my mind, is because I love to go to this brewery here in Bozeman called Bridger Brewery. It's right across from the college here. And they have these cozies or koozies. What are they called? Just, I don't know what they're even called. Put your beer on it. And I love the graphics on here. Can you see that? So it is 2 pistols, there's a noose, and it turns, with those together, it's a skull. Super clever. I love it. So I grab these every time I go, and it's one of my girls' and my favorite places to go. They have this amazing beer that is made out of honeydew melon. It doesn't sound like it should be good, but it is good. So I have this here. I'm looking at that, and that is how I came up with this. I guess it's called a coaster. See, I don't have a brain. Every time I push record, I don't know if it's ever going to get better. So in here, now this is the first signature. There's 5 signatures. I don't know if I told you. I have some really yummy tea-dyed paper that I put in here. And also, I can't do it like this. I keep lifting it up. I also stamped just different stamps to correlate with the color scheme of the digital paper. And also I have some script, let's see if I can find it, script stamping throughout here. I hope you can notice it. It is so fun and pretty. This is the next page with a little tag, more ephemera. This is actually from a great-grandfather. Had a hardware store in Cando, North Dakota, and I have some of his ledgers, and I'm going to have some of these available for you guys. Not right now, but I'm going to have them. It's work in progress. Here is a little pocket that I put a doily and did some sewing, and a little pin with a little charm on there. I just really wanted to carry out with the Gypsy Cowgirl theme, and I think it just looks just perfect like this. This is one of the papers that I just ran through a die cut. Let's see if I can find that. It'll probably be the last one I look at. Let's see. Here it is. So this is the page that you print out, and like I said, I just ran it through the die cut, and I just thought it was really pretty. Did a little stitching here, and I don't know if you can see the little stamping. This is a little piece of tags that she offers, and it's a little advertisement. So here's the sheet, and this was it here. Just thought it was super cute. Here's the center of my signatures, and I had this beautiful little charms with just Western cowboy stuff, and just pierced a hole. This was scraps from the digital download that I just sewed on my little file folders, and I just thought that was kind of fun and clever. Adds a little too. This is also part of the download that comes with. So I made these little paper clips. This is from this sheet, and I just once again blew it up. I don't remember what the percentage is, and then printed it on my tea-dye paper. So I just love the effects of that. Here's the other side of that die cut. But aren't these stamping with the colors? Isn't that pretty? I am going to have to do that more often. I'm really pleased with how that looked. And a little pocket, a little piece of ephemera to write in, and there is lots of room to write in this journal. Here's the first signature. Excuse me. And it is just messy stitching with that packing paper in between the decorative paper, digital download decorative paper. This is just a big roll of butcher paper that I have, and it's with the Rocky Mountains. I thought it would be kind of fun to break it up a little bit. And here is a little envelope with that little advertisement again. That was part of the download. And I used my tea bag. I forget what kind of tea. Oh, passion tea. It was just the right color, so I had to implement that in this journal here. So this just holds on to that little belly band and locks in. I don't know if you saw that, how that locks in there. Just tucks in underneath that. Another little tuck spot. Little flower and gauze. Oh, I'm so excited to give this to this gal tonight. It was so much fun to make, and I think she's just going to love it. She and her husband is an equine veterinarian, and they're always working with horses, and I think she's one of his assistants, the wife is. And they were so nice to my husband and I. We had invited them to go to the street dance over in Three Forks. There's a rodeo, and afterwards they close off the streets, and we invited him to do that, and they were going to stay the night and rented his cottage. Well, he had a rodeo emergency to go to, and it was too late to cancel their little cottage. It wasn't just a room, it was a whole little cottage. So he offered it to Rich and I. I tell you, it was nicer than the place that Rich and I went to on our honeymoon 25 years ago. Yes, and so I felt like, okay, I am so making them this something special, and I hope they love it. Here's another one of those things I printed out on tea-dyed paper. Is that fun? Anywho, yes, it was so beautiful. My husband really romanced me. It was so fun. Danced all night until 2 o'clock in the morning, which we never do because we because we go to bed at 9 o'clock. But we went to a nice dinner, and here's another pocket. A nice dinner, and he held my hand the whole time, and while we're at the street dance. Yeah, just pretty lovely. We would have never done that. We just would not have, so what a treat for us. A little piece of ephemera. Another pocket. So now you know why I'm so excited to have this complete, and it's going to be going to the right people. Isn't that Gilbert boot cute? Oh my gosh. Still flipping through here. Little tags, more ephemera, double-sided. Love the colors of fibers that I found in my stash. My sewing machine messed up, but I love the effect of it. I was not going to fix that. Isn't that kind of fun? Kind of naughty. Okay, this is popped up with a little bit of fun fiber there. Here's another envelope, another piece of printout that I blew up, a little belly band, and I put the sparkling effects with that paint, that acrylic paint. Just one of those little tags here. Just so pretty. I hope I'm not going too fast. I get a little anxious when I start these videos. I think I'm not going to have anything to say. I just love using those scrap papers to do the tops of these file folders. These are the center of the signatures, and those are all stitched in. Another little pocket here. Well, another belly band. This is one of her full sheets that I just cut down. And a little pocket with a charm on the tag. Okay. Here's another 3D effect on that page, and with some sparkly paint. Little fun ephemera. This is from the download. And I loved playing with the different stitches on my sewing machine. One, center of the signature. I did use some washi tape that would cover the stitching. That way it had something else to look at besides the same. It looked nice on this side as well, but I just wanted to add some interest. Gail, does this look familiar? You gave that to me as we were leaving the retreat. That little pistol. It works perfect. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much for thinking of me. Little tag. Oh, what did I say? I was telling you how I like to print on that packing paper. That is what I did on here. So if it looks a little muddied, it is because I printed it on this brown paper, just like this piece. It just gives it a completely different effect, more vintage effect. So when you have your downloads, do play with it. You can make your tags and tickets and print it on different kinds of paper, and it's amazing how your ink lays on the paper differently. There's a couple more ephemeras in this pretty pocket. And we're almost to the end here. So, as I told you, I thought about making this journal cover over again because, like I said, it just got fatter on me. And the funny thing is, I had already done it once before. I'm like, oh, okay, so I need to make another one, which is good because I already have these signatures, the covers of my signatures ready. I have quite a few here, so I can maybe do 2 more journals. And this morning I got up thinking I was going to yet create another cover for this beautiful journal. And this one is, I think, 2 inches spine, and it would make a huge difference. I think it would be better, but I'm just running out of time. Let's see if we can do it like this, because I really want to get this to her tonight. Oh yeah, it'd be like a quarter centimeter bigger. So you might see some other journals very similar to this. I didn't measure this when I made it because I am the kind of person that makes a lot of journal covers before I even have the journals going on. And I know I know Gail knows that about me. I think Sheila just discovered that about me. And I'll show you just a few of the covers I have going on. You're going to laugh. Oh yeah, I have some more over here. Hold on. So patient with me. So I like to cut down my do you see all these? I cut them all down without even knowing what the journal is going to be. And then I have all sorts of journals in different stages. Journal covers, I should say. Like here's one. I used washi tape underneath it, and then I covered it. It looks like sewing pattern paper. The insides are not done. Here's one. Isn't that pretty? That needs to be turned into a journal for sure. No pockets on the insides yet. Here's one. I made one for my friend Eva from Bohemian Crafting. And so instead of just making one for her, I made 2 so I could also have one. This one does have pockets on the inside, so that is getting a little closer to being completed. Here's another one. Aren't those fun? I have a couple of these, and the pockets are on both sides in this one. See, I have 2 of those. Here's a different one. This one does have pockets already. So really, it's not going to take much for me to turn these into journals, but I really love making the covers. And then if I have an event or I have a friend that I just feel like I need to give a gift, I can come up here and I don't have to worry about making the journal part. It's already done. I just need to make these. You just saw me make recently in the videos. And okay, you think that's it? No, I have more. Oh my gosh, you are gonna laugh at me. So here's one I painted of a bison. Here's more of a washi tape one, and it's nowhere near to be completed. Here's one that I'm going to do what Eva had taught us how to do, the corset spine. Let's see. What else do I have in here? I have some teeny tiny ones, and the pockets are already ready. Little itty bitty. Here is me using that image again that I just did a video on. Nowhere near to be complete. Here's one that's all sewn and designed. Well, not designed. I just say sewn, and it's got some really fun inking. Here's a little one I used with my image that I took and turned it into a piece of artwork. A coyote. Oh, look, I have another one of those. These are pretty. So this winter, wouldn't that be something if I could get all these journals made? All these covers filled up. These are really pretty. I just used distress spray on those. And they're stitched up, so they're ready to turn into something. So this one is kind of in the same stage that this was before I put the horse on here. So I have them all inked up and ready, and I just need to put the insides in so they're nice and sturdy. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, like that. Here's another one. Doesn't it kind of remind you of a cutthroat trout? I don't know. Maybe a rainbow trout? I don't know. Here's some that has some gesso only. Waiting for some sprays and inks to get on. I'm wondering, is that it? No, that's not yet. Looks like I'm in the process of making another one of those. Here's one that looks like I'm going to do another box cover. Oh my gosh, you're going to think there's something wrong with me. Okay. Here's another one that's, oh yeah. I must be in the process of making another one of these. How long ago was that? I have no idea. Here's one that looks like I have a rough draft of another bison that I need to paint. And, oh gosh. Seriously, maybe I need you guys to come over here and craft with me so I can get all this stuff done. Here's one that's made out of napkin decoupage and another washi tape. Here's, this one's kind of cool and funky and different. Has a stamp on there. That one, yep, that one's already has pockets. Oh, here's another one with the decoupage pattern paper. Another and another. Yeah, look at this. This is horrible. I have so many journal covers ready. Oh, okay. I sent one of these to Eva Zakova as well. I thought, wouldn't this be kind of fun? Different size journal? I don't know. So, while I was making her one, I made me 3 more. All right. I think that is all I have for now. It's a little excessive, isn't it? I think this was part of a cover that I'm going to be doing. I don't know. So I have this big old box full of journal covers that I'm in the process or dreaming about. And like I said, I already know that I'm going to be doing a few more of these Gypsy Cowgirl journals, since I already have the one cover basically finished. I don't know if I was even planning on doing that, showing you all that. So I hope you don't have weird thoughts about me, knowing that I have issues of starting and completing projects, but I am just so thrilled. I'm thrilled that I finished this. And I just appreciate you stopping by my channel and checking it out. And if there's any comments that you would like to leave to say how crazy I am with all those journals I need to make, have any questions about, please feel free to ask, and I will get back to you. And I just want you all to have a beautiful evening, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.